Nowadays, for a sales to be able to do his job correctly, we must have the most information we can about a specific lead, and for that, LinkedIn became something that we must have. The issue is, depending on how you collect your lead information, so through forms for instance, you might not have the URL of a specific contact's LinkedIn. In this video, I will show you how to make sure all your leads, or most of them, have automatically their LinkedIn URL enriched in your HubSpot CRM. And for that, we will have to use a third-party app that I will present to you right now. So the first thing we need to check in our HubSpot portal to collect the LinkedIn URL is to check if we have a property that is able to host this specific value. We can see that we have LinkedIn URL that is created by HubSpot. So it's a native property. I really advise you to use this HubSpot created by property, because even though for now it doesn't change anything, HubSpot doesn't have like related features, maybe in the future they will use it, and at least you will have all the data stored in their native properties, so you will be able to use those potential features. So now that we have our property, we want to divide our database, segment our database into two categories of contacts. First, the contacts where we have this LinkedIn URL, and the one we don't have this LinkedIn URL. And for that, we will create two separate lists. So to do so, you just go to CRM list, and you will create a new list. It's a contact based, and we can name it contacts with LinkedIn URL, for instance. You need to make it active, so that way, if we have this information later on, they will automatically be in that list. So you click on next, and for that part, there is nothing that complicates. You just click on add filters, contact property, and you go looking for the HubSpot native LinkedIn URL property. And as a filter, you just need to choose is known. You save the list, and now we will just do the same for the contact that doesn't have a LinkedIn URL yet. To do so, click simply on clone list, add a without, delete the clone to make it clean, still active list, and we will just edit the feature to say LinkedIn URL is unknown. You save, and you're good to go. So what will happen now is that all the contacts without LinkedIn URL will be here. As soon as we will get them a LinkedIn URL, they will disappear from this list and get added to this specific list. So now that we prepare our portal to receive this information, let's see how to automatically enrich your contact with those specific LinkedIn URL. So for that, we will use PhantomBuster. So PhantomBuster is a really known tool for anything related to scrapping or automations, and they have a specific, what we call Phantom, like an automation, that is directly connected to your HubSpot CRM. So you just need to go to the HubSpot tab, and what we want is get your contact's LinkedIn profile URL. It seems pretty straightforward. So you can click on learn more if you want to learn more, but as we will do this setup together, you don't need to, so you can just click on use Phantom. And basically you will need to follow step by step what PhantomBuster is asking you. So the first thing obviously we need to do is to connect our HubSpot portal to this specific Phantom. So click on connect. They will ask you to choose the corresponding portal you want to integrate PhantomBuster with. You just need to connect the app and you're good to go. So now normally our HubSpot is connected to Phantom, and we can go to the second part, which is select a HubSpot contact list. Remember, we created two lists, the one with LinkedIn URL and the one without. The idea is to connect the without LinkedIn URL to send data to PhantomBuster so he can find the LinkedIn URL for us. So you just need to click on the contact list you want, contacts without LinkedIn URL, and you save. And then the thing we want to modify in the field mapping is to make sure is LinkedIn profile URL. You don't have choice, but in HubSpot, when you connect PhantomBuster, it will automatically create this LinkedIn profile URL property. It's PhantomBuster creating it for us, but what we want is to use a native HubSpot property. So we just need to type LinkedIn, you find this one, LinkedIn URL, which is the one we connected to the specific list, and click on LinkedIn URL. In action, you can either choose fill if empty, or overwrite. So basically, if you click on overwrite and you already have a LinkedIn URL, PhantomBuster will erase it and populate it with the data that PhantomBuster found. In our example, all the contacts in our list are empty, so it doesn't matter. But just to make sure you don't mess with existing data, click on fill if empty. You click on save. You can choose if you want it to happen once per day, twice per day, 3 times per day, etc. Only once, or you have over personalization if you are a big user of PhantomBuster. For our scenario, we just use it once, but for you, it could be great to set it once per day, for instance, to make sure your data is fully accurate. So just click on once. I will launch it manually and I save. And that's it. Basically, now we have our HubSpot contact LinkedIn URL finder ready to be launched. You just need to click on that button and wait. So it will run for like few seconds and you will see the result showing up later. And once that's done, you will have kind of a recap of what happened. So basically it's a test account, so of course it's a free version of this Phantom, so it's only limited to 10. And the data I send him is really bad because it's full of Gmail address, etc. So he only found 4 profiles out of 10. But if you have a clean database with first name, last name, company name, you will get like way better result than that. Once that's done, you can see that it has been successfully updated in your CRM. And when you go back to your list, you can see that the 4 profiles we found get took out this contact with a LinkedIn URL and get added to this specific list. If you have like a paid version of PhantomBuster, you will be able to set it up with more frequency, with higher numbers of requests per launch, and at the end, you will have most of your contacts with LinkedIn URL adding to this final list. And for the one that's rest, means that PhantomBuster didn't manage to find this specific LinkedIn URL. It's a good way to have a list full of contacts that are maybe not that active online or bad quality with personal email address, for instance. If you click on this specific list, you will see that in the LinkedIn URL, we will have the value. And that was how to set up this really easy third-party app integration. Full disclosure, because I presented that tool, I asked to be part of the affiliate program of PhantomBuster. If you're interested to set that automation in your portal or to be able to do way more automation such as scrapping, automate posting and stuff like that, you can feel free to check the different automation they provide. And if you click on my link, I will get a commission on the subscribe you will purchase, and it will help me grow this channel. So it was great. It was not a long video, but I think that is a situation that happened a lot in HubSpot portal. So I thought it was interesting to show you a specific solution to the lack of LinkedIn URL. If you like this video, don't forget to put a thumbs up and to subscribe to this channel to make sure you don't miss any new videos. And I wish you a great week and see you next Wednesday.